Ons is nou naby aan die plek waar twee poffies was wat mekaar so 'n bietjie ge-upsize het. Ek was daarvan oortuig is eintlik dat hulle besig was om te laat dit 'n male en female was. Ek het regtig nie gedink ek kon so gelukkig wees dat dit twee mannetjies was wat besig was om mekaar te upsize nie. Maar mense sê toe vir my nadat ek dit gepost het dat dit twee mannetjies tog maar was. So mense moet regtig mooi uitkyk as jy besig is om hier te stap. Ek wou my hond graag bring en besluit toe daarteen, net in geval. I've decided maybe here and there I'll make a little video in one of the more local languages, and needless to say English, which a foreigner or two might actually understand, and forward to his friends, and get to see what South Africa looks like. Hierdie stap oor die afgelope naweek 4 dae, 5 dae leopard trail was nou vragtig lekker. Dit kan ek julle waarborg. Anders te mooi, other side of the mountain where you're doing that leopard rock is just completely different kind of terrain, totally different. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't too sure exactly how different. Over and above the websites I could see, that gave me a good idea at least. But everybody says exactly the same thing, that it's better than they expected, and that's what it was, better than I expected. Huts, swimming pool, small nice swimming pool at each one to cool down. What's different, you get to learn other things. One of the things is your washing. If you've just gone swimming with your day's clothes that's full of dust and sweat, you just go swimming with them to wash them, and you hang it up on your balcony at your hut. It's dry by the next morning, even if it becomes freezing at 2 o'clock in the morning. By the time you wake up, that washing's dry. Not here at Gorge on the seaside of the mountain. Other story again. Ek is nou tot hier met YouTube wat vir ewig probleme het met copyrights en so on. Ek wil nou so graag 'n stukkie musiek, 'n spesifieke stukkie musiek of twee bylas by die tweede kort video wat ek gemaak het. But no, YouTube always has some sort of issue. I'd love to know how their software picks up when you've added music, that it's a song of some sort of copyright. Even if you've got background sounds, who's going to use that? Who's going to download that song and actually get to use it for copyrights? Especially if you've got all kinds of background sounds of people talking, etc, etc. So die punt van die saak is, ek het al gewonder of ek sommer al self moet sing. Net vir die lekkerte, you know, for the sports. Sing myself. Create my own kind of entertainment. Why not? No, I'm just joking. Let's take a stream walk and see what my back is like, because my back on the last day of that hike just decided, and we weren't even busy walking, we were at one of the huts on the last day, and I just went like this. Something at the bottom of my back got seriously painful. It was like a split second. I don't want to slip my arse off here. And ever since that moment, this back of mine has been saying to me, it's not sure if it wants to walk further, and whether it must rest, I don't know. But let's see, let's go for a walk here. do you play those games? You know ain't right. Why do you act this way? You know ain't right. They don't even know your name, girl. All I know is how to cry. Oh, that evil in your eyes. You know ain't right. Your secrets and your lies. You know ain't right. Never know which way you're going. Never know which way he's home. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl, 'cause they use them. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. No need them. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. Leave them running around from town to town. Don't ever get you down. Have you got no feelings at all? That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. Look at your crystal ball. You know ain't right. Oh, somehow you're gonna fall. You know ain't right. Never know which way is home. Never know which way is home. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl, 'cause they use them. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. You need them. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. Running round from town to town. Never get you down. Have you got no feelings at all? That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. That's why they call you Gypsy Girl. I don't know. My sorry Marie is so ver van my hart. Ek hoop om haar weer te sien. Sy het in die week van die mooi vuur gewoon. Nog voor die oorlog het begin. O, bring my terug na die ou Transvaal, daar waar my Sarie woon. Daaronder in die melies by die groen doringboom. Daar woon my Sarie Marie. Ek was so bang, laat die kakies my so vang, ver oor die see wegstuur. Toe vlug ek na die kant van die Appingtonse sand, onder langs die groot rivier. O, bring my terug na die ou Transvaal, daar waar my Sarie woon. Daaronder in die melies by die groen doringboom. Daar woon my Sarie Marie, etc, etc. I'm just in a good mood today. It's like this leopard trail has brought me all the good spirits of happiness, and this year you don't get on that side. You don't get this kind of stream and these trees. It's unique, it's different. You can't compare the two. Doesn't help you try and compare what you see on that side and what you see on this side. The best example is when you're walking Doringrivier, which is always unique because it's here in this area, but it's on this side. It consists of this side of the mountain going over and seeing the other side of the mountain. So you get a seaside that's damp, where your washing never gets dry, but cool, and your nighttime temperatures are mild. And then you get your interior side where it's not as green. Things are smaller, far less trees, if any, but things will get drier. Your washing will get drier quicker. What I normally do is carry on walking down here But now I know what's going to happen, considering... Do I have a tick on me here? They're busy laying a pipe or something, or still digging manholes to find the original pipe further there. Now if I go down here with the stream, I'm going to meet up at another section, and I may have to, long story short, I may have to come back with it anyway. I don't feel like fighting with people who say, no, you're not supposed to be here, this is working area now. I don't know what I'm going to say to them. Groen is die land van Natal. I tend to think of songs like that when I go through green terrain like this. I would have loved to bring my dog. The problem is he's so small. As dit nie vir sy vinnige reaksie was nie, soos 'n split sekonde reaksie was nie, dan net een van daai poffies hom dalk beet gekry. Maar gelukkig was hulle so gefokus op wat hulle besig was om te doen tussen mekaar, want hulle nie tyd gehad het om hulle te kyk nie. So ek is 'n bietjie skepties. Vat hulle eerder in die stuk woud in die teenoorgestelde kant van waterwese. Pure inheemse woud. All indigenous. Let's go and see what's spotting here. I haven't heard any labor. I haven't heard any equipment. So maybe we can sneak our way up there and go and see what goes on there. Maybe even talk to them. I think by now one or two of them will recognize me. I was just having a lucky conversation with two local workers that are still busy digging holes looking for the main water pipeline. I'm not too sure what the intentions are, laying a second pipeline next to it or replacing it. But long story short, they really admire you when they see that you sort of take some interest in their language, at least, even if it's the faintest bit of Xhosa, and you say Ninjani, how are you? If you're speaking to more than one person, you don't say Kunjani, you say Ninjani. Or Molo would mean good morning to one person. Molweni would be to several people. Just the smallest things like that mean a lot to them. And they funny enough, they don't laugh at you unless they see that you're in an incredibly good mood. They have the world of admiration for those who actually take interest in learning their language. So interesting seeing them again, and the one particular guy he gets all nice and happy, chappy when he sees me, because he's starting to recognize me. Anyway, that seems to be the video. Nou gaan ons huis toe. Ons het vir kort uit stappie gegaan. Ek kan nie ander woord dink nie, my YouTube. Jy kan in jou moeren gaan. If you find copyrights, if somebody decides to sing himself or herself, don't know why they're so fussy. I can understand if it's just a clean recording that's been placed over, that somebody could cut out that piece and use it to add to some album. That I can understand. Not the part where you've got so much background sounds like birds singing in the trees, trains coming past. It would be impossible to do. So what's the issue with that? But hey, speaking of, I do believe quite a while back Yeah, man. Right about that, there was some sort of news. I should Google it. That this whole, let's call it restriction or something. It was news regarding this issue. May change, actually. And man, what a relief that would bring. Look, I can understand if somebody doesn't want her or his own song that he wrote or she wrote to be used. But maybe it's good marketing if they would allow something to be used, as I've now humbled upon, that would be impossible to copy and paste somewhere and add to a clean album. That would be good advertising for the person then. Allowing the music to be in the background of something. That would remind people of that artist. Consider that. Anyway, nice way to start the video with the little train coming past. And they even waved at us. And yeah, oh man, I'm in dreamland about that leopard rock. I may go for another walk tomorrow, but it depends on my knee and it depends on my back. And might go up the Montague Pass, even if it rains. I may intend to go up even in just like this, even if it gets wet, just like this, instead of some fancy clothing that's supposed to keep you dry, because you get wet anyway, man. And then on Sunday, once depending on my 2 days from now, Sunday, depending on my knee and back, I'll see if I can do the entire Groenkop with the team, or even just part of it maybe, because there's one particular one I haven't done yet. Thanks for joining, guys. Wat dink julle? Moet ek sing of iets? Ag, ek weet nie. Laat my maar weet as julle daarvan hou, ek weet nie. Moet ons verander, moet ons iets anders te verander, bo en behalwe korter. Jy kan nie almal gelukkig hou nie. Sommige mense hou van bietjie meer besonderhede, en veral as dit 'n lange roete was, om meer dele daarvan te sien, want daar's allerhande unieke gedeeltes. En ander mense hou van 'n kort weergawe, maar met 'n kort weergawe is dit godsonmoontlik om die hele roete in 3 minute in te sit. Maar anyway, sien vir julle weer.